What's going on, family? I thought somebody had hacked my phone for a second. I didn't know what was going on. Anyway, I'm back. So if you happen to be be live just a moment ago, I apologize for that. Apparently, I had gave myself a notification for someone's YouTube event. So it started coming through on my phone during the live, which was the weirdest thing. I've never seen that before. Anyway, I got a lot of things going on with Casper. We are going to basically see some things. And like I was saying earlier in my earlier live, if you have any places that you think I should be popping into, go ahead and put them into a comment section, and basically let me know if there's something on my route. Like I said, I'm primarily going to be 10. I did see some areas of Texas where I actually got off of 10 and then got back onto 10, right? So real quick, as I'm going back, I guess kind of like southwest or northwest. So if you have some locations, some eateries in between here and there, let me know. Anyway, like I said, I got Casper ready to go. Casper's ready to do the thing. I hope everybody out there dealing with this economic shutdown of the federal government, I hope y'all doing okay. It was one of those things where I had to kind of weigh that out and talk to my family, and it came up, we found a way for me to continue to make this trip happen. So that is definitely something that I'm looking forward to and grateful that my family was patient with that. And we found means that did not affect our budget, but it's definitely something we wanted to discuss before I go. If you don't know, if you're a rookie rider, this hobby is expensive. You got to make a way if this is something you're going to do. If you're a rookie rider and you think you're going to ride, or if you've ridden or you're riding now and you just haven't really gone anywhere, but you're thinking about going somewhere, you really have to outweigh the costs of what this. And I'm not just talking about the cost of your insurance or the cost of the motorcycle itself. I've seen some people get on Facebook Marketplace and buy, a $2,000 special and make it roadworthy, and then they run that joker all the way, to another state or to the coast or what have you. So you're going to always have those who are financially and mechanically able to do that for themselves. But what you need to worry about too is your hotels, your food, is your medical insurance, your life insurance in order? Is everything good for your family if you have a family, to make sure that when you're taking these long roads, like me, I ride in solitude. I like the solitude ride, but if I'm out there in the desert and something happens, I do have the comfort of knowing that my family is straight, as far as my preparation. So, know that this a cheap hobby. You really have to, but I don't care if you ride sport bikes, I don't care if you ride, cruisers, Harleys, whatever. It's going to cost money. And unless you learn how to do certain things like maintenance and things like that, you're going to have to spend money to do this. And even if you're doing your own maintenance, the oils and the filters, all that stuff costs money. So if you're a rookie rider who's never really thought about the cost of it, understand that what I'm about to embark on, going from coast to coast, took real planning. I literally had been planning this the whole year, right? Like how I was going to pay for it, what budget it was going to come out of. This is not something that you can just do and unless you're independently wealthy, of course, and just jump in a car or a motorcycle rather and ride off into the sunset. You got to plan, you got to prep. And I'm not just talking about prepping your hotels and food places where you're gonna eat. I'm talking about you gotta prep how you're gonna pay for it, how you're gonna pay for your hotels. I mean, hotels nowadays are hitting into like the $200s and $300 a night, depending on where you stay. The ones I'm staying at, they're like $150, $140, things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? And so, and I got discounts, I got military and AAA and what have you. So of course they'll bring it down a little bit, so if you got discounts, and let me tell you another thing, you know what I'm saying? What's going on, Robert? Oh, Kate Roberts, how you doing? Right? So let me tell you another thing. If you're on the road and you're a brand new rookie rider and you're like riding and you figured out you're going to go state to state, sign up for all the gas station rewards. All the gas station rewards. You just never know when you're going to need it. I know here in the Savannah coastal area, we got a thing called the M Market and Parkers, and I put my number in that all the time just to make sure that I get, some of those discount gas. Loves gives you 10% off if you download their app. You know what I mean? So make sure that you definitely download all those gas apps that you can get, because you never know when you're going to stop or have to stop. Mobile, BP, whatever. You may have to stop somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So definitely make sure that you take the time to do that. And if you haven't done your maintenance, don't leave without maintenance checks. I did my 15,000 mile maintenance before I left, because I knew I was going to do at least 4,600 miles. You know what I'm saying? Definitely knew that. So I prepped in a lot of ways. Got my tires checked, my brakes checked. I'm looking forward to this ride, but you got to be safe doing it, okay? So make sure that you do all these checks if you're going to make a run. I'm going to be leaving out of here by the end of this week, heading to the coast. And the last thing I want to do is not have good brakes, right? So ensure that your brakes are right. That 15,000 mile check was a really good check for me. It did do like some spark plug checks and things of that nature, things I didn't even think about. So they changed the fluid in my, like somewhere in the front fork area. I guess I didn't even know I had to change that. So as a rookie, I learned something new. TD 205, Alabama in the house. Good to see you, brother. Thank you for popping in. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely think that he said that maintenance is key. So, and I do appreciate that. That is definitely true. So if you're going to be riding, especially if you're a rookie rider, man, I'm not talking to you seasoned riders. I know y'all know what y'all doing. I'm not going to tell y'all what to do. I got in my bag. I've showed before. I have a video on it. I got tools in here. I got zip ties, different sizes. I got tape, just in case, some black heavy duty. We call it 100-mile-an-hour tape. If you're a military person, you know what that 100-mile-an-hour tape is. I got some 100-mile-an-hour tape in there. You know what I'm saying? And, it was just something that I made sure I had. I got a couple of sets of gloves. I made sure I went out and bought a pair of waterproof winter gloves, because I didn't know how cold it would be, especially going across the desert. If you've never been across the desert before, let me tell you something, that's something different. I remember last year when I was on my way to Arizona, I basically stopped for the first time in Van Horn, Texas. And Van Horn, Texas, I went in there, it was like 80 degrees, 78 degrees that afternoon, that evening when I stopped, right? Got out there that morning, it was 38 degrees. So be prepared, you know what I'm saying? Definitely do that. I see Bap Diva, my mom in there. How you doing, Mom? You know what I'm saying? I tell you right now, you got to make sure that you got a cover, or if you want to, I carry a half cover. Because when I go in at night, I kind of just I try to make myself as a difficult target. I got my rotor lock. I know people are like, oh, you're such a rookie. Whatever. Hopefully my bike don't get stolen because I prepped, right? You know what I mean? So I got the rotor lock, you know what I mean? And I make sure to lock the steering column when I'm on the road. But at the end of the day, like I said, I got Casper ready the way I needed to be ready. And of course, I had to take off my backrest in order to put my bag in there. So I got my backrest inside the trunk there, right? So we looking good. We looking ready to roll. I just asked for prayers of safe travel for those who would be so inclined to do so. And thank you very much. And we'll be talking and, videoing along the way. I'm looking for some places to stop, though. So if you know of any awesome spots on I-10 or somewhere along the way, Texas, at New Orleans, that's not too off the beaten path, let me know, man. I'm going to go check them out. I'm going to be doing some Google searches. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man, TD205, man, I appreciate you, brother, for hitting me up with that. Thank you so much. You know what I'm saying? You definitely a commando, man. I appreciate that. I'm definitely going to put that to good use. You know what I'm saying? So, thanks for the hookup. Gave me some gas money. I appreciate that. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to go see some things. You know what? I was looking at possibly even becoming like a novice photographer. Just because I want to illustrate. I just want to take as many pictures for my kids and my grandkids as I can, as many as I can. We use YouTube as a format to really document what I do for them. Because this whole thing is really for them, so they can see when Jesus calls, that they could go back and look and see what their grandfather and father was doing, to be an adventurous spirit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely going to be looking at finding ways to continue to document this for my family. I want to be like Shake and Bake, man. If you look back at some of my shorts, my brother Shake and Bake, 76 years old, Vietnam veteran, man, riding all the way to Sturgis, up Pikes Peak, on a 112, man, that's an OG rider right there. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate what he did in, motivating us. Because I look at him and think to myself, man, where am I going to be at 76 years old? You know what I'm saying? And, am I going to be on a trike or am I going to be riding two wheels? Either which way, I'm going to be riding, right? Don't matter. But if I could do it on twos, I definitely would love to do it on twos. The fact that he got enough strength to hold up that big old horse of a Indian, man, 112, I can't even be mad at him. You know what I'm saying? So that's goals. That's old man goals that I'm looking for. You know what I'm saying? So mad love to TD 205 for the love that you've showed for the gas tank. Man, I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. And then to everybody who's supporting and watching, thank you so much. Like I said, man, I'm gonna get off this jack and give y'all back y'all evening. I appreciate y'all coming in here and having this conversation. If you know some place to stop along the 10, and I think it's Texas 25 was a couple of the main routes that I was getting on, let me know, man. I wanna go visit and see some things, especially if there's a little mom and pops, little barbecue joint, I can go eat at when I'm sitting there calling it a night. So anyway, y'all have a great evening. Y'all do what y'all do. It's your boy, Bike Life Commando. And remember, if you got a motorcycle in your garage collecting dust, pull it out, dust it off, gas it up.